Welcome to the Analyst Dossier for May 2024, providing an executive briefing on Indian polity, ecology, and global health. Our subjects include constitutional law, zoonotics, energy transition, and space tech, intended as a high-yield synthesis for civil service preparation. We begin with a look at the legal frameworks contrasting normal law and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, or UAPA, from 1967. The criminal justice matrix shows key differences, particularly regarding bail and the charge sheet timeline. This contrast highlights a constitutional collision between the right to life and speedy trial, Article 21, and national security protection under UAPA. A key precedent is the Union of India versus K.A. Najib case of 2021, which ruled that a fundamental rights violation can be grounds for bail, overriding UAPA restrictions. Next, we examine the Places of Worship Act of 1991. The Act prohibits altering the religious character of any place of worship from its status on August 15, 1947. However, Section 4.3 allows an exception for monuments covered under the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act of 1958. A relevant case study is the Bhojshala complex dispute. The complex has Hindu and Muslim claims regarding its establishment and nature. Because it is an ASI-protected site, it falls under the Section 4.3 exception. We trace the evolution of constitutional commissions, starting with the original provision for a single special officer. Subsequent amendments created multi-member national commissions for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and later for backward classes. Shifting to the environment, we look at the EV transition and its systemic pressures. While EV adoption reduces crude oil dependence, unregulated nighttime charging strains the grid. Furthermore, electricity for charging is often coal-generated, and reduced oil imports are offset by increased coal imports and battery reliance. Strategic imperatives for EV adoption rest on three pillars: battery swapping networks to reduce charging anxiety, grid upgradation including smart chargers, and diversified energy generation, with a focus on solar, hydro, and nuclear power for reliability. In space tech, the SMILE mission is a collaboration between the European Space Agency and the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Its objective is to capture the first-ever global X-ray and UV images of Earth's magnetosphere, positioned 1.21 lakh km above the North Pole. Our health profile focuses on zoonotics, beginning with the Canine Distemper virus, CDV. The current outbreak is in the Kanha Tiger Reserve. CDV is highly contagious and transmitted primarily by domestic and stray dogs bordering forest interfaces, attacking the central nervous system. Next is the Ebola virus, which causes a severe, often fatal, hemorrhagic illness. Active outbreaks exist in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda. Fruit bats act as natural reservoir hosts, with spillovers to humans via contact with blood or bodily fluids. In synthesis, policy must balance state power, acknowledging constitutional friction in gray areas like UAPA and the Places of Worship Act. The EV transition shows technology adoption must match infrastructure reality. For health, prevention of zoonotic diseases requires vector management, not just post-infection cures. If this video helped you understand the topic better, subscribe to UPSC Lens for more visual explainers.